Have you ever had a dream that that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. We do consider ourselves archivists and librarians of memes on this channel. We do indeed love memes and meme history on the internet. Do you remember a meme from like a decade or more ago? The "Leave Britney alone" guy who like sat under a pillowcase or a bedsheet or something and just kept screaming about leaving Britney Spears alone, how everyone should stop making fun of Britney Spears. And actually, there's some truth to this. And here's what I mean. On this program, we do our very best to kind of stay in our lane, right? When shows like The Acolyte, okay, or Disney Star Wars, swerve into politics or the culture war, that's when we begin to cover them, all right? When celebrities swerve into culture or politics or the presidential race, that's when we begin to, like, you know, say, whoa, that's our lane. Okay, we're going to cover that. We wouldn't normally just cover whatever celebrity is doing. Same thing with sports. We don't watch a lot of sports. I don't watch a lot of sports. I certainly don't watch the NBA. I don't give a damn about any of these people. I think the league is trash. And I also, according to recent ratings, that nobody's watching the NBA and just nobody cares at all. And so I normally wouldn't do a read based on an NBA player, except for one little thing. One of the most popular and richest, wealthiest, and successful American basketball players in history is also a guy who's a complete piece of trash. He's a piece of garbage. And I'm not just talking his personal life. I'm like talking who he is as a person. LeBron James is a garbage human. Okay? And what do I mean by that? Well, he swerved into my lane. All right? The last thing I'm going to talk about is like basketball or the game of basketball here, because I don't know anything about basketball. But here's what I do know. LeBron James refuses to stand for the national anthem. Time and time again. LeBron James sits for the national anthem. LeBron James ignores the national anthem. LeBron James walks into the middle of a game during the national anthem. LeBron James effectively ignores the national anthem or leaves early. Guy's just like a total jerk. He hates this country. He hates the people of this country and the voters of this country. He's the guy who called Donald Trump a bum.
Do you regret that you got into a name-calling situation with the president?
No. A name calling. What'd I say? Let me hear you say it.
Called him a bum.
It's not a name call. It's no, you bum.
Yo, you bum. Got it. All right. You know, you're the bum who simps for China. Just a reminder that LeBron, when one of the NBA executives said, yeah, China shouldn't militarize and take over Hong Kong, that's like destroying people's civil rights. LeBron James was immediately on the line to defend communist China, defend slave labor camps, defend the religious slaves, the Uyghurs, who knit and sew and put together his tennis shoes. Oh boy. I mean, what if he had to pay a little, what if he lost his margins on all of his LeBron James shoes? That'd be terrible. You need that slave labor. LeBron says, give me that slave labor. So LeBron will absolutely defend the Communist Party of China. He'll disgrace the American flag. And most importantly, he'll say that Trump voters wasn't educated. Oh, yeah.
I don't think a lot of people was educated.
This is in the response to Donald Trump's election victory in 2016. LeBron James says that Trump voters wasn't educated. That's the quote. So given those comments, it's particularly ironic that the poor kids who go to LeBron James's school in Ohio also wasn't or isn't educated. Apparently, no 8th grader at LeBron James's Ohio school has passed state math test since 2019. Oh boy. This, of course, from LeBron James, who loves to post, this is from his own Instagram, it's incredible to see, loves to post photos of him reading a book, and it's always on the first page. LeBron James always reading the first page. Maybe he passed on. Maybe he passed on that proficiency to the kids at his school. Let's read here. Not a single 8th grade student at the left-wing activist basketball legend LeBron James's I Promise school in Ohio has passed the state's math proficiency exam since 2019, according to a review by the Akron Beacon-Journal. Seeing himself as the face of Akron's youth, he decided his time and resources to eliminating many of the barriers for most inner-city kids and families face. He rolled up all of his philanthropic efforts, they're talking about LeBron James, into the I Promise school, which he considers his greatest achievements. Meanwhile, saying that Trump voters wasn't educated. Yet it seems like the kids at his school wasn't educated. Funding from James, whose net worth is estimated to be north of $1 billion, has not been enough to make the school a success. As test results have shown, students continue to display disastrously poor performances. In addition to all 8th graders failing math tests for years, only 11% of 8th grade students were able to pass the English exams. Really?
I don't think a lot of people was educated.
No, okay. You talking about Trump supporters, or are you talking about the kids at your poor kids that have to go to your school, LeBron? Promises kept. This is the Akron Beacon-Journal. Akron School Board questions Promise School's poor test scores. Oh boy. Let's read. This is the original reporting. This fall's class of 8th graders at the I Promise School hasn't had a single student pass the state's math test. The group was the third to not pass the test. Not one in 3 years. Akron Public School Board member Valerie McKittrick asked after the data point was presented to the board earlier, this is discouraging. They should shut down the school. 5 years into the I Promise School, a public school that operates in partnership with LeBron James Family Foundation, Akron School Board members are starting to ask the question about whether the I Promise School is living up to its academic promise. The goal of school is to serve as an intervention for the district's lowest performing students at an early age. It is rare, if not unprecedented, model in education nationwide. But on Monday night, the board dug into some of the academic data from the school in its 5 years and voiced concerns of the efforts in not seeing any result. Oh, boy. Oh, no. So they've spent all this money on LeBron James, who himself is somebody who's clearly wasn't educated, although here you can find him reading copies of, I don't know, the Communist Manifesto, presumably. And LeBron James has now failed all of the kids in his district. Does this shock anyone?
It's embarrassing. No one in the sports media is talking about this. I wonder why. Not one student at LeBron James I Promise School 8th grade class has passed a state math test in 3 years. I know LeBron's been dealing with a lot since his son's health scare, but he needs to give the school some serious attention. It's alarming, it's embarrassing, but seriously, not a single student, not 1, not 2, not 3 can pass a statewide test? Just plain ridiculous. Instead of I Promise being the school's name, they need to just change it to, look, I'll do what I can. Clearly, someone has dropped the ball, and they clearly need to give everyone an explanation. Is this school just a tax deduction for someone? I know Michael Jordan's students would have gotten straight A's if he was behind a school.
That's right.
But I bet LeBron probably can't pass these tests either. Let's be serious.
Ooh, spicy. So, she brings up such a great point. The LeBron Family Foundation. The way it works when you have the kind of money that LeBron James has is, in order to not be taxed on this massive amount of money that you make every single year, you have to shove it into tax havens. And one of the tax havens you can do is a foundation for, like, let's say a school, and then you can shove millions of dollars in that foundation. You can pay off your family members, you could pay off relatives, you could pay yourself, right, from that foundation. And you can generally do it pre-tax, right? So this is how you hide away money. And so this is a massive tax write-off for LeBron James, who obviously has millions of dollars every single year in taxes. And is that what's going on here? And it's just like a cruel line item in the budget. LeBron James doesn't care about the kids at all. LeBron James was just looking for the PR win, and now the kids be damned. And obviously, the kids be damned because they're not performing at all. Truly, I think that this commenter has nailed it. has nailed it. Also, this commenter has nailed it. It's a reminder, while Donald Trump was president here on August 3rd, 2018, LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made Lemon look smart. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike. Donald Trump. I like Mike. Michael Jordan famously didn't get involved in politics and doesn't get involved in politics. And that is such a smart brand move from his perspective, right? It makes Michael Jordan one of these very special athletes that pretty much the entire world can like and can gravitate towards. LeBron James, on the other hand, there's so many reasons to not leave LeBron James alone. So many reasons. Here are just a couple. When it comes to the national anthem, when it comes to disrespecting the president of the United States, when it comes to simping for China, or when it comes to destroying the future of the poor little kids in the town that raised you, Akron, Ohio. What a monster, LeBron James. Truly, not a role model. Not somebody you should look up to. And definitely not someone that you should send your kid to his school. Okay? Yeah. Or his glorified tax write-off. You decide. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.